Good morning to all. Myself, Dr. R. Lakshmi Narayanan. So, in previous class, we saw about basic introductions about classes and object. And today we are going to discuss about the constructor. So, in Java, a constructor is a special method which is used to initialize an object, and it has the same name as the same class, like same name as the class name, and does not have a return type, not even a void. Okay, and there are few types of constructor for there. So the first type is default constructor. First type is about default constructor. If no constructor is defined, then Java provides one automatically. That is default constructor. Okay. In case if you are not providing any constructor, which is defined in the Java programming, then it is one it provides automatically. For example, when you use a class called as a car, and the method name should be a car. So the both class name and method name are same. And in a main function, when I create an object, by using this constructor, you don't need to create any object for the class. Directly, you can use a class name to call the methods or something objects inside the classes. For example, I told you like a class name is car and method name which is used inside the class is called as a car. Both. See, class name and method name are same. And this is inside the class part. So the statement when you're coming to the main function in Java, you need to create an object for the classes. You need to create an object for the classes, then only we can able to call the method by using an object. So in that case, when you are using a constructor in Java programming with OOPS concept, you don't need to create a separate object for the, you don't need to call or you don't need to do anything separate statement for calling a method. While creating the object for the class itself, the method also by default it is called. That is why the method name, the class name and method name are same. Okay. We will see the practice program in detail about it. So first, the first type is about the default constructor. And next is about parameterized constructor. So parameterized constructor is about like when I'm using some methods with some parameter. For example, I told you like a class name is car and method name is also on a car. And in this class name and method name, when I'm using the like inside the method, when I'm passing the argument like x and y, something like x as an integer and y as a string, then this is called as a parameterized constructor. So when I'm using the parameterized constructor, even though in a main function, when you call the method by using the class by creating an object, you no need to call separately. Directly when while creating the object itself, the method by default it will be called. Okay. So the thing is like we need to be sure about like methods, number of methods we are passing depends on the methods, like depends on the parameterized you are passing inside the method. That method will be automatically called. Okay. And third one, so first one is default constructor, and second one is parameterized constructor, and third one is constructor overloading. When two methods are same, then at the time you have to go for constructor overloading. That this methods are same, but you need to show the difference in passing the parameter. Like car is a method, and another same method inside the class. If you are using a car, then you need to pass some arguments inside the method. So this is called as an overloading. So two, three methods with the same name with different parameters. With the different parameters is called as an parameterized constructor. So in Java, a constructor is a special method which is used to initialize an object. Okay, and it has the same name and the class, and it does not have any return type. Also, directly we can pass because it's not an void. Okay, and there are three types of constructor are there. One is default constructor, parameterized constructor, and constructor overloading. So this is about a constructor, and now I will share you the coding part. So this is about a coding, which we are going to see about a constructor. You see, I'm using a class called as a call, class called as a call. And see here, these are the private data member. In previous program, we saw these are the data which we are storing some information in this variable name called as an ID, and this is the string called as a name. Okay, variable name called as a name. And see here, I'm using the method called as an add. This is the method which parameterized constructor. This is parameterized parameter passing some arguments I and j. Okay, and another same method. So here what will happen? I told you no constructor overloading. This method actually it is method overloading. When you create a see this is the constructor. Like when you are creating a object for this class object for this class, by default it will call. Okay, but here actually this method name and class names are same, is different. So this is the difference for showing the difference for method overloading and constructor overloading. You should not get confused with the method overloading and constructor overloading. So these are the different method, which is different name of class name and method name. So these are the normal method and normal function which I am passing inside the class. Okay, so this but same method name three times I've used. So then this is called a function method overload. Then this is called method overloading with different parameter. See here, two parameter I'm passing here, three, and here also two, but different integer type. Okay, this is method overloading. When you come for an constructor overloading, the same thing which we did in this which we did in this method overloading, that we can use it in this constructor loading. So call. So call is a method. This is another method call, and this is another method as a call, because this call and class name, method name and class names are same. So then this is a constructor. Then this is a constructor. Then how we are calling this to print in the main function in this sense. So this is the way we need to call. See, usually what we do for calling a method, we have to create an object. After creating an object, we need to call the method name by this statement, like object name dot add. Add is a method and the parameter value and the parameter value. And here, but for this constructor, we are not doing like that. See, while creating object, this is the statement for creating an object. By creating the object itself, this method will be called. This call method will be called. How? There is no parameter. So this is default constructor. Default constructor where it will search. It will search. So this statement first it will run. It will say hello. Okay, and next one, two parameter we are passing. So I and j. So these are the two parameter we are passing, I and j. So the ID and name. So then this will be called. If you are creating another object for this class, then we can also pass this. Okay, I hope you all understand about it. First we'll run and check. See here the statement first hello. Hello where it's a default. Hello will be printed in this default, and phi and lux. So this is the second statement. The second statement, two arguments we are passing, so that alone it will print. And third one, normal method, but it is method overloading. So add these two values. Add these two values, like I'm passing I value and j value and processing and printing it as phi. Okay, and next third. Fourth one, this is the third parameter. You see here, three parameter I'm passing in the add, and it will add and print as a 9. Hope you all understand about it. You have any doubt? Do you have any doubt? So today we saw about a constructor. So it's a constructor overloading and method overloading we saw, and types of constructor. So in Java, the constructor is a special method, which is you should to initialize the object. And there are three types of constructor are there. Object Object kind of sorry, default constructor, parameterized constructor, and constructor overloading. Constructor overloading. While seeing the constructor overloading itself, we saw method overloading also. Okay. Okay, thank you, people, and we will see you on next video.